What's up, fellow YouTubers? Thought I'd do an update. Got the room pretty well situated. Got all my drawers. Two stands on the right there for the RC trucks. You can see the T-Max kind of like crawling out of the hole right there for the chassis. Next one's for the slot cars, and the rest is just storage bins for everything else around here. Been working on the Revo. Just doing some maintenance on it. Decided to lock the rear. It is locked now. It is a pain. It's not like whenever I had my T-Max where I can have the rear end off in like 10 minutes. It took me a while to figure out how to pull that whole back half of the bulkhead off. Changed the rear progressives back down to progressive 2s, the stock ones. It ran pretty nice with the long travel in the rear and the short up front. The only problem was whenever I went to get on the brakes and turn, it wanted to nosedive real bad and hiked up in the rear and looked like it wanted to tumble forward. But I got all the progressive 2s back on it. The shocks are like completely adjusted way down. Try with see how I like it handles. It sits nice and low now. Probably like 2.5 inch clearance from where the servo cases are. The motor's running pretty good. Having problems with the weather. You can see out there, there's still snow. The weather's changing every day. Can't get a good tune on it. Once I get a good tune, the next day it's colder or warmer, so I got to tune it a little bit more. Waiting for springtime to come so I can tune it, and it'll stay tuned the way it is. Hopefully with this setup, with the long travel in the rear, I couldn't get it to do wheelies. I mean, it did what I wanted it to. When that rear end squatted, it took off like a bullet. The front end like barely came off the ground, just a little bit. Almost sat real nice and even, but that front end wanted to come off the ground, but the way I had it set up, it wouldn't let it come off the ground. Waiting right now, I gotta find zip ties. Every time I would try to go look for zip ties, there's no zip ties. I gotta re-zip tie the silicone here. I think I got hot one time, a little too hot, and it melted the boot right there, so I got exhaust coming out here, and a little exhaust coming out here going everywhere. And I also had to re-glue this rim, this tire. Last time I had it out, the reason why I wanted to lock the diff, this tire decided to almost explode on me. So it came off the rear section, re-glued it, and then it ripped a little bit on the front. So I put some super glue in there for now just to patch the work until I can get some new tires. Looking at getting the 40 series tires off of RC 4-wheel drive, the Mickey Thompson ones. These are only 5.5, I think, and the Mickey Thompson ones are 7 inches tall. Get a nice set of rims for it. Just set of tires, I'll give you a little bit some more ground clearance and something to have fun with. I got to get looking at getting the racing this thing, so I'm going to get some tires for racing, some solid dish rims for the racing. Don't know what color yet. Going to change the body. This body's getting beat. I've already got cracks in it. It's dented there. It's starting to get cracked where the metal plate comes up in the bottom there. You can see the crack there. It's starting to crack that, and I got to get some hood pin retainer clips so that way I'm stop losing hood pins. Not this last time, but the time before I had it out, I lost all but one clip, and getting tired of doing that. So I'm down to like 5 clips left. So I'm going to order some more clips for it. But other than that, might do a video here of how to JB weld the rear diff, which I do to this, and almost all my vehicles I build. I JB weld the rear diff so that way it's a solid diff. Just so that way the power can get to the ground on both sides. I think that's why this tire kind of exploded, because I was always getting power to this tire, because every time when I'd launch, this thing would squat down in the rear and kind of like take off to the left, because I know it's taking off to take it off to the one side because there's no weight on these front tires for me to steer. So hopefully I fix that problem with it launching. I want to launch in a straight line and go down the road and go down in the dirt in a straight line. I'll do the how-to on the little ECX short course truck right there. I prefer JB Weld over epoxy because I epoxied the rear transmission on my Nitro Sport and couldn't get it back into the transmission in time to set the output shafts right, and they kind of clocked sideways, so the plastic gears on the inside of the transmission don't sound too well, and they're pretty well almost stripped out. So I got to get a new transmission for the Nitro Sport build, which it's going to be like a Frankenstein build because it's going to be parts from like a Nitro Rustler, the new Nitro Slash, which has the longer upper and lower chassis, but it's going to be like a Frankenstein build. The T-Max over there is like a Frankenstein build. I don't think I didn't show. This is an older, like a 2.5 or 0.15 chassis, and this is what I extended it to, 4 inches longer, so it's a little bit bigger than a 1/8. But when I built this, I didn't have time to build the front drive shafts, or no, this is the rear drive shaft, because I wanted to have all the weight up front because I was building this for a hill climber. So I got to rebuild the bottom plate. It's all out of nice diamond plate aluminum. But other than that, everything's coming along great. Just getting some stuff finished. Just doing maintenance on stuff. Subscribe, comment, share. Be nice. Like it, thumbs up. Thanks a lot, guys. Later.